This lesson focuses on the arrival and dismissal routines at Prairie Ridge. Based on how you get to or from school, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain how to be safe, respectful, and responsible. Here is a layout of this lesson. I will explain the ID expectations and arrival routines and procedures. Then, based on how you get to and from school, I will describe the expectations for walking, riding a bike, riding in a car, or riding the bus. Before we dive in, please know that this is a district expectation. You must wear your student ID when you are on school grounds. Your ID must be worn on a lanyard around your neck at all times. If you lose your ID, the main office can print you a new one, and if you need a lanyard, the main office can provide one for you. Our school hours are 8:30 to 3:45 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9:30 to 3:45 on Wednesday. The doors open at 7:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and at 8:30 on Wednesdays. Students will report to the cafeteria if they arrive before 8 o'clock. Based on how you get to and from school, whether you're walking, having a parent drop you off, biking, scootering, or riding the bus, we will review a map to show how you should arrive and leave campus. Based on this map, I will start by pointing out the walking, biking routes, and bike racks. If you ride a bike to school, please lock it up at the bike racks. So you can see the different bike routes that are marked here. Notice that it is always using a sidewalk, and those sidewalks are also for walkers as well. There are 2 bike racks. One is back by our parent drop-off lot, and one is up by the main entrance in the flagpole. So you may use either bike rack, but no matter which one you use, always make sure that you are locking up your bike. Also, it is so important to use sidewalks and crosswalks. If riding a bike, you may not ride through the bus zone on the sidewalk. You may walk your bike, but the bus zone is not for riding your bike through it. You can see the bus zone where those buses are on the map. Buses will pull all around what I call this horseshoe here. And so after school, your bus will be parked in the same location each day. And if there is a change in where your bus is parked, we will help direct you to your bus. For parent drop-off and pickup, it is the red arrows up towards the top right of the screen. There is a parent drop-off and pickup lot, and they will use the entrance and exit off of Northwest Ash Drive. Please do not let your parents drop you off on the street, in the bus zone, or in the staff parking lots, and this is simply for safety measures. To enter the building, you may use the student entrance. So if your parents drop you off, this will be the most convenient entrance to use. Bus riders, walkers, and bike riders may also use the student entrance based on sidewalks that you use to get to school. The main entrance is your second option. This is most convenient for our bus riders, walkers, and bike riders, again, based on which sidewalks and which direction you are coming from. Breakfast is served each morning. It is free for all students, and so we do encourage students to make sure you're eating breakfast before school, so this is a great opportunity. Breakfast is grab and go, meaning it is for eating and not for extended socializing. Also, students, when you get to school, you will report to your first period teacher once you enter the building. If you're not eating breakfast, go to first period, or if you are eating breakfast, once you finish eating, you will head to first period. Students will wait in your first period classroom from 8 to 8:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or 9 to 9:30 on Wednesday. Students should not be walking the hallways or waiting in the bathroom. That's just gross. I will go over the different types of lockers at Prairie Ridge. Each student will be assigned a shared locker in the hallway. That information will be shared with you during advisory once lockers have been assigned in Infinite Campus. Shared lockers are only for coats, hats, gloves, and if you have a lunchbox. These lockers may be visited at the beginning and end of each day or right before lunch if you need to grab your lunchbox. Also, our locker rooms do have PE lockers. These lockers are for PE clothing, and PE teachers will give you a padlock and PE locker assignments soon. Finally, we also have band lockers. The band locker room is in the band hallway. Band teachers will assign you a locker for your instrument, and you may drop off your instrument before school and pick it up after school. We definitely do not want you to carry your instrument around with you all day because that's a lot of stuff to carry. Now we will focus on the JAG culture expectations based on how you get to and from school. How can you be safe, respectful, and responsible when arriving or leaving school grounds? First, for our walkers, bikers, and car riders, To be safe, please stay on the sidewalks and use the designated crosswalks when crossing the street or a parking lot. This is simply for your safety. There's a lot of cars and a lot of movement before and after school. We just want students to be safe as they are getting to school or leaving school. We don't want any accidents to happen. To be respectful, there will be staff on helping to direct students after school, so please listen to those staff directions when leaving campus. Their intention with giving you any kind of redirection is simply to keep you safe. That's really our top priority. And also just watch out for others and be respectful of others' belongings. We do not want to mess with other people's bikes or scooters, and just watch out for them as well on the sidewalks. If you're riding your bike, please don't hit a walker. That's just an example of watching out for others, making sure that you are watching out for them and going around them. And to be responsible, watch for your ride. So parents come and pick you up. Please watch for the car so we can keep the car line moving. And another way to be responsible, I'll say it again, please lock up your bike at the bike rack. For our bus riders, this is before and after school. To be safe, you must wear a mask when you are on the bus at all times. This is a state mandate, so it is mandated that at this time you are required to wear a mask on the bus. If you forget one or do not have one, the bus drivers will have a mask for you, but it is required that you wear a mask at all times on the bus. Another way to be safe is to stay seated. We're not moving around, especially while the bus is moving. We are staying seated. To be respectful, please listen to your bus driver. Their job is to get you to and from school safely, and listening to them and being respectful to them is of utmost importance. Please use appropriate language and keep hands and feet to yourself as well. To be responsible on the bus, make sure you are cleaning up after yourself. And this is new this year. You must have your bus pass. Your bus pass will look a little bit different this year, and you must scan it when you get on the bus. That will be required for safety purposes. They can keep track of who is on the bus when. You have to scan your bus ID when you get on the bus. Again, this is new. If you ride a bus, you will get a bus pass, and that is separate and different from your student ID. That is all that I have for today. That concludes our lesson. So students, once this video is done, I will have your teacher facilitate this, but you are going to turn to a partner. I want you to explain to them how you get to and from school typically, and I want you to share with them those important things to remember during arrival and dismissal time. Thank you.